Jacob Leckie here, fitness director at the Seattle Athletic Club. Here is another tip for people on their weight loss journey for weight loss. This one is practicing mindfulness as you're eating. Mindfulness, we usually think of kind of yoga, wellness, etc. Same aspect of looking at your body and feeling how your body is in the pose or lying on the ground. You want to look at how your body is responding to the food that you're putting in it. And we tend to not be mindful of what we're eating and kind of multitask as we eat, meaning we'll eat and do homework, or we will eat and watch TV. And because of that second task that we're usually more interested in putting more energy into, we don't realize how much we're eating. And so that would be the keeping mindfulness in what we're eating. A couple of tips within that, is to chew your food many bites. They say try chewing each bite or each mouthful 20 times. That is to allow you to slow things down, to allow you to taste the food. And it's also allow you to digest the food. Chewing the food, getting your saliva helps increase your bile and your stomach acid and helps with the digestion and absorption of the food. So chewing it often is a good strategy. It also kind of plays into the fact that it takes your body about 20 minutes to feel satiety or the feeling of fullness. And so if you've ever eaten a lot of food and then suddenly stopped and 20 minutes has passed and suddenly you feel like your stomach is overly full and you want to go puke, that's because that satiety has kicked in. Enough of that hormone that says, stop, I'm full, has finally triggered your brain, but your stomach is overstretched and that's why you want to throw up. And so, as a rule that I did, kind of like the 20 bites, is every time I would eat, I would set my fork or spoon back down and then chew and swallow, and hoping that I could hit that 20-minute time mark and then see if I actually want more, see if my body is craving more food. So that's one strategy. Another one, like we discussed earlier, is don't do something else while you eat. Don't try and multitask. Get away from the screens, the TV, the iPad, the phone. I would say sit at a dining table, but sit at some place where, again, it feels like a normal eating place, and then eat. And you will be amazed at how much you will probably taste your foods more, enjoy your foods more just by paying attention to them, and then also realizing that your body's full or your body has more hunger. Another thing that is helpful is just kind of a social parameter that helps is to eat with others. When we eat by ourselves, we tend to eat foods that we can eat in private that we work with others. We also, again, do multi things so that we're not conscious of what we're eating. When we eat with other people, we usually slow down, we talk with them, and when you're talking, you can't eat and swallow. So just having the conversation with another person or being with them, usually when you're with someone else, you'll match tempos. And so if you're with them and they're slow, then you'll end up eating slow. Let's see here. Another thought or tip would be that a lot of our hunger, so like getting attuned to your body, a lot of our hungers that come on are actually our body's coping mechanism for being thirsty, because traditionally humans would eat and drink with meals. And so if you aren't a person that likes to drink water often, then your body can and usually will send out a hunger signal to get you to eat, because usually when we eat, we also drink. So with that said, if you're feeling hungry, try actually just drinking a glass of water, giving it a couple minutes, seeing if those hunger pains go away. And it may just be that you needed to drink something anyways. Also, drinking water before you eat will help fill your stomach, which also helps give it a feeling of full or being filled. And then a rule that I thought was very helpful, or a mantra, is to eat as long as the last bite that you ate tastes as good as the first bite you ate. And we all know when we smell like a baked good or something, it smells so good, it gets us to salivate. We take a first bite, and oh, it's so good. As we continue to eat it, we should continue to eat it as long as that next bite tastes just as satisfying as the first bite. If it's not as satisfying as this first bite, your body has stopped creating hormones and the I'll say epinephrine, that's not right, but the kind of addiction hormones, the good, happy chemical reactions with food when we are done or when it is full and has all of the calories that it needs. And so being aware of that, that's definitely a mindfulness for eating is, are you eating it and it's still pleasurable, or are you eating it and it doesn't really taste like anything and you're not getting pleasure out of it? If it's the latter, then you should stop eating, save it, give it to someone else. But that also kind of tells you your portion size and also for each type of food that you may find pleasurable or overconsume. So that the next time you get it, you can just go to that sort of still paying attention to how it tastes. Thank you. Bye.